Hello friends, today we discuss some examples. See illustration 2. A plane electromagnetic wave of frequency 25 MHz travels in a free space along x-axis. So here electromagnetic wave having frequency 25 MHz and propagating in x-axis. At a particular point, the space and time vector E is equals to 6.3 j cap volt per meter. So here electric field 6.3 j cap. So electric field will be in y-axis. So we have to find out the vector B. Right. So here already we know that the electric and magnetic field are perpendicular with each other, and both are perpendicular to the propagation of EM wave. So here EM wave propagating in the x-axis, electric field will be in y-axis. So we can say that magnetic field will be in z-axis, right? So to find out B, we know that E by B, that is equals to C, right? So E by B is equals to C. So B is equals to E by C. So 6.3 divided by 3 into 10 raised to 8. So we get B is equals to 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 8 Tesla. Here we have to write vector B. So vector B is equals to 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 8. Here magnetic field will be in direction of Z axis. So K cap Tesla. Right? Now see illustration 3. The magnetic field in a plane electromagnetic wave is given by By is equals to 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 Tesla sine 0.5 into 10 raised to 3x, 0.5 into 10 raised to 3x plus 1.5 into 10 raised to 11t. Right? Then A, what is the wavelength and frequency of the wave? So here we have to find out lambda and frequency, that is f. And B, write an expression for the electric field. So here we have to write the expression of electric field, that is E. Now see your friends, electric field, we have to write the expression for electric field, right? So here see, magnetic field in the y-axis, here x is there, so we can say that electromagnetic wave propagating in the x-axis. So here EM wave in x-axis, magnetic field will be in y-axis, so we can say that electric field will be in z-axis, right? So we have to write the equation of Ez. First of all, we have to find out the lambda and f. Right? So here see, By is equals to B0, so this is B0 sine kx, so this is k, and this is omega t, so omega, right? So here we know the value of k, that is 0.5 into 10 raised to 3, right? So to find out lambda, we know that k is equals to 2 pi by lambda. So value of k, that is 0.5 into 10 raised to 3. So lambda is equals to 2 pi divided by 0.5 into 10 raised to 3. Right? So we get lambda 2, value of pi 3.14 divided by 0.5 into 10 raised to 3. So after the calculation, you will get lambda, that is equals to 1.25 into 10 raised to minus 2. Right? So here we know the value of k, that is equals to 0.5 into 10 raised to 3. And we know that k is equals to 2 pi by lambda. Right? So we can easily find out the value of lambda. Then to find out frequency, we know the value of omega, 1.5 into 10 raised to 11. So omega is equals to 2 pi f, that is equals to 1.5 into 10 raised to 11. We have to find the frequency. So frequency f is equals to 2 pi divided by 1.5 into 10 raised to 11. So 2 pi 3.14 divided by 1.5 into 10 raised to 11. So you will get frequency that is equals to 2.38 into 10 raised to 10. 2.38 into 10 raised to 10 hertz. Right? So omega is equals to 2 pi f. We know the value of omega, so we can easily find out the value of frequency. Now we have to write the equation of electric field. So for this, first of all, we have to find out E0, right? Because Ez, that is equals to E0. So to find out E0, we know that E0 by B0, that is equals to C. So E0 is equals to B0 into C. Value of B0, 2 into 10 raised to minus 7. Value of C, 3 into 10 raised to 8. So we get E0, 60 watt per meter. So we can write the equation of Ez, that is equals to E0, 60 watt per meter. Sin kx plus omega t, as it is like this. So sin 0.5 into 10 raised to 3x plus 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 t, right? So this kx plus omega t as it is. So this is the equation of electric field, that is Ez, right? Now see illustration 4. Light with an energy flux of 18 watt per centimeter square falls on a non-reflecting surface at a normal incidence. So here energy flux, or you can say intensity, is given 18 watt per centimeter square. Here we have to convert this into SI. So 18 into 10 raised to 4 watt per meter square. Average, if the surface has an area of 20 centimeters square. So area, that is equals to 20 centimeters square. So here we have to convert it into meter square. So A, 20 into 10 raised to minus 4 meters square, right? So find the average force exerted on the surface during a 30-minute of time span. We have to find out force. So friends, you have to remember the formula of force. F is equals to Ia by C. Right? You have to remember this equation. F is equals to Ia by C. We know the value of I, 18 into 10 raised to 4. A, 20 into 10 raised to minus 4. Divided by C, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8. So you will get force, that is equals to 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 6, right? So force F, that is equals to 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 6 Newton, right? So here non-reflecting surface is there. So here force F is equals to Ia by C. So we know the value of I, A and C. So after the calculation, we get force F is equals to 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 6 Newton. Now friends, here if reflecting surface is given, right? So here non-reflected surface is there, but if there is a reflecting surface, then you have to remember the force is double. So if there is reflecting surface, so the force is double. So answer will be 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 6, right? So if there is a reflecting surface, then the force is double. So 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 6, right? This you have to remember friends, this concept, the equation of force Ia by C, and if reflecting surface is there, then the force will be double, right? Now friends, see the next example, that is illustration 5. Calculate the electric and magnetic field produced by the radiation coming from a 100 watt bulb at a distance of 3 meters. Assume that the efficiency of bulb is 2.5% and it is a point source. So here friends, the efficiency of bulb is 2.5%. So efficiency eta, that is 2.5%. A bulb having a 100-volt bulb and having a distance, so R will be 3 meter, right? Here we have to find out the electric and magnetic field. So friends, once again you have to remember one formula. The formula of intensity in terms of electric field, I is equals to epsilon 0 c is square RMS, and the formula of intensity in terms of magnetic field, I is equals to b square RMS upon mu 0 into c. You have to remember this two formula. Right? Now here the bulb having a power that is 100 watt, but having a frequency, bulb having a efficiency 2.5%. So here the output power will be 2.5% of 100 watt, right? So here power will be 2.5 divided by 100 into the rated power is 100. So here we get power P is equals to 2.5 watt. Right, because here the power having 100 watt but having a efficiency 2.5%. So output power will be 2.5% of 100 watt. So 2.5 divided by 100 into 100. So we get power 2.5 watt. Now here we have to find out the electric field and the magnetic field. Right. So for that, first of all we have to find out the intensity. So we know that intensity I is equals to P by A. So here P, we know the value of power, that is 2.5. The value of A, that is 4 pi R square. Right. So here R will be given 3 meter. So 2.5 divided by 4 pi 3.14 R, that is 3 whole square, right? So after calculating this you will get I, that is equals to 0.02212 watt per meter square. So here the intensity is 0.02212. Now friends, to find out the electric field, we know the formula of intensity in terms of electric field. Once again I repeat the formula. I is equals to epsilon 0 c e square RMS. Right? Here we have to find out the value of electric field. So here we have to formulate E square RMS. So E square RMS, that is equals to I upon epsilon 0 c. Right? So here to find out ERMS, we have to take the square root. So ERMS is equals to square root of I by epsilon 0 c. So ERMS, that is equals to square root of I 0.02212 divided by epsilon 0 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12, value of c 3 into 10 raised to 8. Right? So after calculating this, you will get ERMS 2.88 watt per meter. Right? So you have to remember the formula of intensity in terms of electric field. I is equals to epsilon 0 c square RMS. Right? So square RMS I by epsilon 0 c, by taking square root ERMS, that is equals to square root of I by epsilon 0 c. We know the value of I, epsilon 0 and c. So we get ERMS 2.88 watt per meter. Now we have to find out the magnetic field. So for that, the intensity in terms of magnetic field, that is equals to I is equals to B square RMS upon mu 0 into C. Now to find out magnetic field, we have to formulate B square RMS. So B square RMS, that is equals to I into mu 0 by C. By taking square root of this, so B RMS is equals to square root of I mu 0 by C. So square root of I, that is 0.02212, right, into mu 0, that is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7, so 4 into 3.14 into 10 raised to minus 7 divided by C, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8, right. So you will get BRMS 9.6 into 10 raised to minus 9. So BRMS 9.6 into 10 raised to minus 9 Tesla. So this is the value of BRMS, or you can say magnetic field. Once again friends, here in this example efficiency is given, that is equals to 2.5%. The power of the bulb is 100 watt, having a distance of 3 meter, right. So first of all, to find out the electric and magnetic field, we have to find out intensity, and to find out intensity we have to find out the power. So power, that is equals to 2.5% of 100 watt, so we get power 2.5 watt. To find out intensity, I is equals to P by A, where area 4 pi r square because bulb is there, right. So we get intensity 0.02212. Now to find out electric and magnetic field, you have to remember the relation between electric field and intensity. I is equals to epsilon 0 C E square RMS. And to find out the magnetic field, relation between intensity and magnetic field, that is I is equals to B square RMS upon mu 0 into C, right. Now we move forward to our next example, that is in exercise C, example number 3 in exercise, right. So example 3, C question: what is the physical quantity is seen for X-ray of wavelength 10 raised to minus 10 meter, red light of wavelength 6800 angstrom, and radio waves of wavelength 500 meter, right. Friends, you already studied about the X-ray, red light and radio waves, right. The same quantity will be speed, right. That is C is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, right. Because you already know that here the speed is same as the speed in vacuum, that is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, right. Because the electromagnetic wave having a speed that is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, right. Now see next example, that is example number 4, right. See, a plane electromagnetic waves travel in a vacuum along z axis, right. So here electromagnetic wave is in the direction of z axis, right. What can you say about the direction of electric and magnetic field vectors, right. So here electromagnetic wave in the direction of z axis. So here suppose the electric field will be in x axis, right. So we can say that the magnetic field will be in y axis, right, because both fields are perpendicular with each other. Now see, if the frequency of wave is 30 megahertz, then what is the wavelength? So here frequency is given, that is equals to 30 megahertz. We have to find out wavelength lambda. So in last lecture we discussed the characteristics of EM waves, and we know that C is equals to lambda f. So lambda is equals to C by f. So C, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 value of f, that is 30 mega, so 10 raised to 6, right? So you will get lambda that is equals to 10, right? So lambda that is equals to 10 meter. Now see next example, that is example 5. A radio can tune into any station in the 7.5 megahertz to 12 megahertz band. So 7.5 megahertz to 12 megahertz. So here the range of the frequency is given. What is the corresponding wavelength band? So here we have to find out the wavelength lambda. Right. So we already know the relation between wavelength and frequency, right? Here see lambda is equals to c by f, right? So here lambda and f having a inverse relation, right? Because lambda is equals to c by f. So here if the frequency is maximum, then lambda minimum. So here this is the maximum frequency and this is the minimum frequency, right? So here we know that lambda is equals to c by f. So lambda maximum that is equals to c by frequency minimum, because if frequency is minimum then wavelength maximum. So c that is 3 into 10 raised to 8, minimum frequency 7.5 mega, so 10 raised to 6. So you will get 40. So maximum wavelength will be 40 meter. Now for minimum wavelength, lambda minimum that is equals to c upon maximum frequency, right? So 3 into 10 raised to 8, maximum frequency 12 megahertz, so 12 into 10 raised to 6, right? So we get 25 meter, right? So lambda minimum that is equals to 25 meter, right? So what is the range of the wavelength? So the range of wavelength will be 25 meter to 40 meter, right? So we already know the relation between wavelength and frequency. Lambda is equals to c by f, right? So if frequency is minimum, then wavelength maximum, right? So for maximum wavelength, lambda maximum, c by minimum frequency, right? So we get maximum wavelength, and for minimum wavelength we have to take frequency maximum. So minimum wavelength will be 25 meter, right? So here the range of wavelength is 25 meter to 40 meter, right? So this is about example number 5, right? Now see next example, that is example 6. See the question. A charged particle oscillates about its mean equilibrium position with a frequency of 10 raised to 9 Hz. So your frequency is given, that is equals to 10 raised to 9 Hz. What is the frequency of electromagnetic wave produced by the oscillator? We already know that the frequency of EM wave is same as the frequency of oscillator, right? We already discussed this concept in our introduction, right? The frequency will always remain same, frequency of EM wave that is equals to frequency of oscillator. So here frequency will be same, 10 raised to 9 Hz, right? Now see next example, that is example number 7. The amplitude of magnetic field part of a harmonic electromagnetic wave in vacuum is B0, that is equals to 510 nanotesla. So B0 510 nanotesla. So 510 into 10 raised to minus 9 Tesla. So here we know the value of B0. What is the amplitude of electric field part of this wave? So we have to find out the value of E0, right? So friends, we already know the relation between E and B. Right? We know that E0 by B0, that is equals to C. Right? So E0 is equals to B0 into C. So value of B0 510 into 10 raised to minus 9. Value of C 3 into 10 raised to 8. Right? So you will get E0 1.53 into 10 raised to 2. Right? So E0, that is equals to 1.53 into 10 raised to 2 volt per meter. Right? So here we know the value of B0 510 nanotesla. So 510 into 10 raised to minus 9 Tesla. We have to find out amplitude of electric field. So we know that E by B is equals to C, or you can say E0 by B0 is equals to C. So E0 C into B0. So we get E0 1.53 into 10 raised to 2 volt per meter. Okay friends, thank you.